Ireland and Pakistan have had to deal with the doom of their tournament reaching an early end and the gloom of spending so much time amid the rain in Lauderhill, Florida, but they now face off in what will be their last game of their respective campaigns. We build up to what is the last game in Group A on Maruti Suzuki Arena, presents ESPN Cricket for Timeout, powered by Dish TV Watch Show in the company of Niall O'Brien. Niall, been a bit frustrating in Florida with all the rain around, but Ireland and Pakistan will dearly hope to get onto the park and get a game so that they have something to leave this tournament on.
Yes, it's been a frustrating 4 or 5 days for, I think, every Irish person in Florida. Rain and no results and being crashed out of the tournament, but still something to try and salvage from the tournament. You don't want to go home on that plane without getting the taste of victory. Ireland, with 2 losses and a washout, they will be desperate to try and get home with a smile on their face. But Pakistan, well, I'm not sure they'll be desperate to get home because they're going to, I'm sure, face a backlash from their fans, their beloved fans all over Pakistan. So yeah, still plenty to play for, and maybe one eye on the next World Cup, potentially having a look at some players and maybe bringing some changes. People on the Ireland side who haven't had an opportunity might get the chance to strut their stuff, albeit with just a bit of a damp squib the way they end the tournament.
But that is the right lens to look at. 3 players in the Irish squad who haven't got a game so far in Ross Adair, Graham Hume, and Neil Rock. Neil Rock being someone you've mentioned before in this tournament as someone you'd like to see. You'd hope for them to get a game, and what can we expect if they do play?
Yeah, I would hope that Tyner Cumlan and Paul Stirling will give those 3 guys an opportunity, because otherwise, what's the point of having them in the squad? And we have to look for the next World Cup. Neil Rock is a extremely talented ball striker, a left-hander. Ireland don't have a left-hander in the team at the moment. He's the only one potentially in the batting lineup. So maybe give Neil Rock a chance to bat and give Neil Rock a chance to keep wicket. Lorcan Tucker, before the Pakistan series, had a real run drought. He did come back to form back in Dublin last month, but maybe it's an opportunity to let Lorcan Tucker play as a batter, get Neil Rock in to keep wicket and bat. And Graham Hume has been around the squad now for a couple of years. Can they have a look at Graham Hume? What can you do against a top side like Pakistan? So listen, I think Ross Adair, former professional rugby player, very strong. Obviously, Mark's brother, is one of the kind of cleaner ball strikers going through the domestic game in Ireland, and scored a T20 half century against Zimbabwe not long ago. Why not have a look? Let's have a look at these guys, see what they're made of, and see if they can put a smile on the travelling Irish fans' faces.
Yeah, among the batting group that does get to continue from the sides we've seen so far, one Paul Stirling will surely want to leave the World Cup, having made a mark. This is a player who's featured in pretty much every edition of the T20 World Cup, right, since 2009. Quiet one so far, although you have to bear in mind there were 2 matches in New York. He would want to exit this tournament on a high.
Yeah, very much so. And he knows the Pakistan bowlers very, very well from his experiences at the PSL for Islamabad United. So I'm sure Paul, he'll be disappointed, because he had high hopes for this team and this campaign, and they came into the tournament in good spirits. And he's too good a player, to be brutally honest with you. He's too good a player to be kept down for too long. So I'm sure Paul Stirling will want to go out and lead by example. That's the kind of person he is. That's the kind of captain he is. And if he plays well, it will instill the confidence in the rest of the Irish side. And listen, if they go home from this World Cup, without reaching the Super 8s, but have turned over another side like Pakistan, another victory against a kind of big nation, that is another stepping stone. But it's a small win in the grand scheme of things.
All right, and since this is the last Ireland game where we have the chance to do this, why don't you give us 1 or 2 things that you wish to see from Ireland in this last outing?
I want to see smiles on their faces. Ireland generally, as a cricket team, play better when they're smiling. Play as a unit, express yourselves. I felt the game against Canada in that run chase. They were timid. They went back to the old Ireland, trying to eke their way over line. Nothing to lose. Just go out and express yourself. From Paul Stirling, hit the first ball over extra cover for 4 or 6, and let the rest of the boys follow suit, and just to enjoy themselves. I think, it's been a tough 2 or 3 weeks, both on the pitch and off the pitch. Just put it to bed. Go out and play your best game and go home with a win.
All right, the senior statesman of Irish cricket has spoken. Let's hope the message goes across to the Irish players, and they can have themselves a good last outing should the weather in Florida permit. Thank you so much, Niall O'Brien, for your time.
Introducing the epic new Swift. Time to go swifting.
वॉचो ऐप पे देखो एक OTT के दाम पे सारे OTT शान से।
Watch